pull, pull. Well, you've just started shooting, you're looking around, you've got yourself a gun, you've gone to your shooting school, you've got your lessons. Within that shooting school, they sorted out buying a gun, because obviously we know there's no point buying a gun from a gun shop or a show. You may have to go to a shooting school with a professional instructor, and they will sort and they will fit the gun to you. So you've got all your guns sorted out, you've had your shooting lessons, you've got your kit. Now the million-dollar question is, what cartridge do you use? We've had lots of people say, there's this cartridge, there's that cartridge, they start £180 1,000 and they range to £300 1,000. What do you use? The basic rule of thumb is find a cartridge that is smooth, doesn't recoil a great deal, that you feel comfortable with. I'm going to say, for instance, you've got the Olympic disciplines. You have to shoot 24 grams at Olympic disciplines. One thing I don't know, if you can shoot an Olympic discipline, an Olympic trap target, that's going away from you, starting 16 yards away, edge on, if you can shoot that with a 24 gram, you can stay with a 20 gram. You can shoot a sporting bird at 40 yards with a 24 gram. It works. So, to be fair, you don't need all these big, thumpy 28 gram cartridges. 24 gram, nice smooth cartridge. Pete Wilson won a gold medal with it. Amber Hill won all her medals with a 24 gram cartridge. Why can't a sporting shot win something with a 24 gram cartridge? They're smooth, sorted. And that's really the biggest thing you need to do. That's the question you need to ask, is if you went out into a boxing ring and somebody was punching you, or somebody was punching you 100 times in the shoulder, you're going to be thinking by about the 4th or 5th time, I don't like this. I don't want somebody thumping me. And that is what these thumpy cartridges do. So just because they're cheap and they're in your local gun shop doesn't necessarily mean they're good. Most of the proper cartridges, you're paying for that recoil system. You've got 3 different types of cartridges. You've got your shooting school cartridge, you've got your club cartridge, and then you've got your competitive cartridges. We'll start with the shooting school cartridge. When you're first starting somebody off, whether it's a little young girl or whether it's a lady, nobody wants to be banged. The first time you pull that trigger is the time you're going to say, I love this sport. If they come back and they've got bruises all over their shoulder, A, the instructor hasn't done their job correctly, and B, you've got the wrong cartridge. Because 90% out of it, modern guns, 12 bores, they've all got their recoil systems in. Most modern guns these days, you'll be suitable with. As long as the height is right, that's why most shooting schools will use a Browning or something that's got a lot of height in the comb. Then the next best thing is you've got to get a shooting school cartridge. So you've got to start with something that's soft. With Eley, we developed the Stealth. We do it in 12 bores and we do it in 20 bores. Okay, they're not the cheapest cartridge on the market. We went through loads of different cartridges to try and find a cartridge. We tried subsonics, didn't work, wasn't good. So we developed the Stealth cartridge. And it took us nearly a year, 15 months to develop it, because we wanted a cartridge that we could use on our Have a Go days, the schools challenge, to get people into shooting without hurting them, to get them smiling, to get them hitting the clay. And the Stealth is probably the best cartridge in 20 bores and 12 bores that you will ever start with. So if you want to get somebody to start off and they're a little bit, oh, I'm not sure about shooting, you watch all the movies and you see shotguns banging people back, that's rubbish. If you get a sensible cartridge and a proper instructor, you will be able to do it. You will make 90% of people smile with Stealth. So that's your shooting school cartridge. That's the schools challenge cartridge, really. And then you can move up to something like 21 grams. Evos, Game Board do a very good one, 21 gram Evos. Eley do 21 grams. Most cartridge companies will do them. You've got the biggest cartridge companies, you've got Game Board, you've got Rio, you've got Eley, you've got Fiocchi. And most of them do a nice little soft cartridge. We tend to use a mixture between Eley 121 grams, once we've moved off of Stealth, and the Evos. Very, very good, sensible money cartridge to start. Kills well, good cartridge. So, the first cartridge we're going to shoot is the Shooting School Stealth, made by Eley for the Schools Challenge and the Oxford Gun Company. Pull. 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 Again, barely any recoil. You pay for that recoil system, a little bit more money, but they are fantastic cartridge for starting people off, for young children, even for adults that are literally a little bit nervous of that gun. You can't fault it, no recoil. 20 bores are exactly the same. 20 bores we use a hell of a lot here with the little youngsters days that we do. Fantastic cartridge.